Hi guys. Okay, so here we are. I am in my restroom right now and I'm gonna wash my face and go through the whole at-home DIY facial kit process with you guys. As you can see in your little bag, there's all these little packages, little containers that have a number on them and tells you basically in what order you're supposed to do them. So what I recommend is that you take them all out and put them like on your countertop or like on a shelf in your wherever you're doing this. Put them in order, you know, chronological order, maybe left to right or whatever, however makes sense to you. So that way it makes it a lot easier for you when you're going through it. When I do the facials, what I do is I have this little like tray that I disperse the products into, so and they go in like a clockwise order, so that way I don't have to do too much thinking. And then if you want to, for the creams, you can even open them up. They have like a little perforated edge right here that you can open up, so you can do that now. That way, again, so you don't have to, if your hands are wet or whatever, it's not gonna make it any more difficult. So I actually have scissors that it's gonna make it a lot easier. If you just cut the corner slightly, it's gonna give you a very small little opening, which is gonna make it easier for you to only take out the perfect amount that you need. So I highly recommend doing that for these. These are very highly concentrated products. They're for professional use. They're not for sale to the public. So, I mean, a little goes a long way. You don't need a ton. So anyways, I did that. I opened those. And I'm not gonna open my, yeah, I'm just gonna open everything. That way it's just easier for me in the end. I'm gonna set them up all in order. I already have my headband on. And I have my little eye patch packets. So these I'm gonna use. You can use them the whole time if you want. It's up to you. They do have collagen and vitamin C and aloe extract so that you can get really like a really firming treatment underneath your eyes. But it's up to you. I'm gonna use them when I put the mask on. So first things first, you wanna get some warm water. Obviously you wanna wash your hands. Wash them really good. You know, do the whole 30 seconds. In between the fingers. My hands are already clean, but I'm gonna do this with you guys for demonstration purposes. And then I know like it's a little bit extra. You don't have to do this step, but I'm gonna get my hand sanitizer and use it just to really make sure that anything that was on my hands before I do this and touch my face, completely sanitized. Okay, so now that our hands are super clean, the first thing that you wanna do is apply some warm water to your face. This step is really crucial because it's gonna soften your pores. It doesn't have to be hot water. Your hands are pretty warm on their own, but you wanna use at least warm water and get your face and your neck and near your ears pretty moist. I don't know if you can tell, but my skin is not dry anymore. Especially if you're wearing makeup, you wanna do this step. Okay, so step one, they're probably gonna be backwards, but step one is just a regular cleanser. So this cleanser, it's gonna be different for everybody. Mine right now is clear, but everyone's is different. As I mentioned in the post, everybody's kit is custom for them. So you might have a green cleanser, you might have a yellow cleanser, might be white. It just depends on your skin type and what issues you have. So this is the cleanser. You really only need like a tiny, I'm not exaggerating, like a tiny little amount is all you need. You can barely tell I have any. And once you lather it between your fingers, and like I said, with your skin already being wet, see, you don't need a lot. You might think you do, but because it doesn't feel like super, super, super bubbly everywhere, but it doesn't have to be super sudsy for it to work. And if I don't have any makeup on, but if I did have any makeup on, this cleanser alone is gonna break down any makeup. You can use more water, apply more water if you feel like it's your skin soaking it all in. I really like to focus on the forehead, pretty much the whole perimeter of the face. Whether you have dry skin or oily skin, combination skin, normal skin, doesn't matter. It's really common for us to get breakouts and texture around the perimeter of our face. A lot of times from our hair or from our makeup residue. There's a lot of different reasons, but yeah, so fix my eyebrows that are melting. So once you feel like you've gotten your whole face and you've scrubbed it for a little while, you can get more water and just keep reapplying water until all the cleanser is gone. And you can go ahead and do that one again. Like I said, it doesn't even look like any is gone. Like this, that's what I was trying to tell you guys, like these little containers, they have a lot more than just one facial. So like I said, if you want, you can do that step multiple times, it's up to you. But the next step, number 2, is the exfoliator. Again, this one, you don't need very much, maybe a little bit more, because you want to make sure you get enough of the beads or whatever it is that's in there that's going to exfoliate. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog. She can hear me talking, I think, through the window, and so she wants to play. So I rub that in my fingers. My skin's still pretty moist from cleansing it and rinsing it. And then I do the same thing. I personally like to start from my T-zone. And then, because that's where I want to concentrate the bulk of the product. Whether you're dry, oily, combination. I like to focus on certain parts of my face. Everyone's different. Wherever your problem areas, especially if you have dry patches, you're really gonna focus. This is weird talking while I do this. You're gonna focus the exfoliator in those areas, in the drier areas, because it's gonna get all that dead skin off. Or wherever you apply a lot of makeup. A lot of people don't drag their cleansers down all the way down to their neck and their chest area or behind the ears, but those places are super important because we put, we sweat, we get makeup in those areas a lot of times. If you're wearing foundation, if you've been wearing foundation for a long time, you're gonna know that you want to drag your foundation down to your neck and make sure your neck matches. So it doesn't make sense if we only wash our face. Okay, so I think that's pretty, I've pretty much exfoliated everything. As you can probably tell, my face is turning a light shade of pink because the exfoliator is really scrubbing my skin and getting all the dead skin off. So I'm gonna rinse my face because the exfoliator often have like a certain type of scrub, like a bead or something. So I'm gonna rinse my face. And I'm just gonna lightly pat my skin. You'd never want to drag like this. wipe your face, because when you do that, you're pulling on your skin and you're stretching it, which leads to fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, so that was step 2. And my skin, I can already tell that it's a lot smoother and feels a lot fresher just after cleansing it like that, like a deep cleanse. And most of the facials, I usually do each of those steps at least twice, and I obviously do them a little more in depth. But so the next step is step 3, which is a mask. As you guys will see in all of your kits, I mixed different masks together depending on your skin type, depending on your your skin goals. So if you see a bunch of different ones in there, I do recommend that you try kind of mix them together. So I'm just gonna do it with my finger, but I mean, you can do it however you want. You can use a toothpick or a popsicle stick or something like that. And so there's quite a bit in there. Honestly, this is probably enough. This is all I really need. But you can reapply more if you feel like you want more. So I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. And these you don't really want to put over your eyes. You want to put them everywhere else. You can put it on your neck and stuff, but I don't usually do that unless somebody has like very significant wrinkles or discoloration on their neck. So because our skin is super raw and we just cleansed it really well, more than likely these masks, because they're meant to penetrate beneath the the surface layers of your skin, you're gonna feel some tingliness more than likely. It doesn't mean you're allergic or anything. I mean, it's most likely just gonna feel like a slight tingling or like a really fresh kind of mentholy feeling. So you'll feel that, and you can let this sit in your skin for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So you go ahead and do that. Go look on social media. You can come back, or if you want, I mean, you could just leave it for 2 minutes. It's up to you. But now would be a really good time to take the eye pads, and you can place them either on top of your eye like this, or you can place them underneath your eye. I'm gonna place them underneath because I suffer from a very serious dry under eyes. Doesn't matter what kind, how expensive the concealer is, my under eyes always crease. So you can just lay back, take a nap, close your eyes, listen to some relaxing music. Hopefully you guys have your candle lit and you guys are enjoying that. And then you can you probably feel it's a little tight. Depending on the mask that you got, it could be tight or it could still be pretty moisturizing. I like to take a towel, like a wet towel, to gently kind of massage it in. I'm not dragging the skin like this. I'm massaging the product in circular motions. A warm towel is going to help open up and soften the pores, but you can use a cold wet towel too. That'll work also, and that's going to give you more of a tightening effect. Just try to make sure you get all of it. Okay, my eyebrows are gone. Sad. Okay, so after the mask, once your face is super clean from the mask, the next step is step 4. Pretty easy. Step 4, which is gonna be your toner, but it also has, the serums are already in there with the toner because honestly, the amount of serum that you need is so small, it would have been a waste of plastic to put serums in their own little container. But so you can kind of like mix it up to make sure the serums are mixed really well. You can use a cotton pad or, I mean, anything to pick it up. You can use like a little towelette, but I'm just gonna use my fingers. Again, you don't need a lot of this, very little. You're gonna rub it in your fingers. And I like to press the toner in. I'm gonna use just a little bit more. And press it into my skin all over. And once I feel like I've gotten it everywhere, when my skin is still kind of supple, not too wet, but also not dry, is when I'm gonna go in with the moisturizer. If you have an oil or something that you really like to use, this is when you would do that. You would do it after you put your serums or anything on. Moisture or an oil would be next, but I'm gonna use a cream that's included. So again, you just need a tiny little amount. There's probably about 6 of these little, like this much in this little container. So I know it seems like a small little package, but a lot of times the packages that you receive, like the little bottles that you get of product, seem really big, but it's just a lot of plastic. Inside of the container is very little product and a whole lot of air. Or if the products are really full, a lot of times they're full of fillers and preservatives and a lot of times a ton of water, just to I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but one of them is to just make the product look like you're getting more bang for your buck, when in reality it's just in reality it's just more weight. It's not necessarily more beneficial ingredients. So no, Stella, no. Sorry. Okay, so once the moisturizer has been absorbed into your skin, you can go in with some more moisturizer if you want. It's up to you. Because it is nighttime, I'm actually not going to use the SPF. I don't need it. I'm not going to be in the sun. But I am going to use the retinol cream. Retinol cream should only be used at nighttime, and they don't work. And if there's sunlight, they're not going to work. So this is only for evening. I apply it a lot around my eyes because that's where the majority of my wrinkles and discoloration are, but also around my mouth. So if you want to save these for, you know, the next few days, I would recommend putting them like in a Ziploc bag or taping them closed or something, because that way it doesn't dry up. Like I said, there's about at least like 3 or 4 more uses out of that. Okay. So now you have super clean, super soft, fresh skin, and you're ready to get some beauty rest. Here hair is crazy. All right, guys, so if you guys have any more questions about, you know, what a product is, maybe you really like it, like I said, it's not available for retail from the supplier, but I can buy it for you and sell it to you. You just gotta let me know what you like. If you want to try anything else, let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a message probably about in a couple days to see if you're interested in buying any of this stuff. But until next time, bye guys. I hope you like everything.